Hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect. So in this video, we are going to understand how to add Resolve Repair Shopper ticket in Google Sheets. So are you also using Repair Shopper for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So with here, I'm doing the same. I'm managing a tech support team, and for that we use Repair Shopper to manage our tickets. So now what I want is that as soon as a new ticket is resolved in my Repair Shopper, automatically the details of that ticket should be added to my Google Sheets so that I can manage these more effectively. So to do this, we are going to create a connection between Repair Shopper and Google Sheets. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also wish to learn this process step by step? Then let me take you to my computer screen. Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video, we are going to understand how to add resolved Repair Shopper ticket in Google Sheets. So as you know that I manage a tech support team and use Repair Shopper to handle customer tickets. So to keep a track of resolved tickets, what I want is that as soon as a new ticket is resolved right over here in my Repair Shopper account, automatically the details of that should be added over here in my Google Sheets. So this automation helps me to maintain accurate records, analyze tickets resolutions, and streamline reporting without manual data entry. So to do all of this, I have simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as we are going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you're a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in right over here. And as soon as we are going to click on sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm going to click on access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connects account. And as soon as we are going to click on access now, it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we are going to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So I want to save the workflow in this folder which is automations. And over here you can see on my dashboard, I've created multiple folders in which I save my workflows. So if you wish to create a new folder or a subfolder, you can visit this learn more hyperlink to get to know how to create one. And now it is asking me the workflow name. So I want to name my workflow as how to add resolved Repair Shopper ticket in Google Sheets. And then we are going to click on create. And as soon as we are going to click on create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions are the followers of the same command. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. And by this you can finally understand that trigger commands the workflow and the actions are response towards that same command. And in order to start with our automation, we have to select our trigger application. So for our trigger application, I'm going to select it as Repair Shopper right over here because I want that as soon as a new ticket is resolved in my Repair Shopper, automatically my workflow should be triggered. So I'm going to search for it and then we are going to select it. And now it is asking me for the trigger event. So trigger event is the event on which the workflow will start. So over here I want to select the trigger event as ticket resolved. And as soon as we are going to do so, it is giving me a webhook URL. So we are going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our Repair Shopper account and our Pabbly's workflow. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to copy this webhook URL and then we are going to follow this help text, and it is saying log into your Repair Shopper account. From the top menu, navigate to more admin and then notification center. So I'm going to open my Repair Shopper account, and as you can see that this is my Repair Shopper account. And now what we have to do is we have to go on admin right from here, and after opening the admin we have to go on notification center. And as soon as we are going to open the notification center, you can see all the webhooks that I've added previously, but I'm going to add a new. For that I'm going to click on add notification set right over here, and as soon as we are going to click on this, it is asking me for the name. So let's suppose that I'm going to keep the name as testing right over here. And now it is asking me to notify these users. I'm going to not select anyone. It is saying additional emails, no. It is saying additional SMS notification, no. I'm directly going to add the webhook URL right over here. So we're going to paste the URL we copied from our workflow, and now over here it is saying event. So as you can see that in the help text it is saying tick the webhook checkbox in the front of ticket was resolved event name. So what we have to do is I'm going to open my Repair Shopper. We're going to look for ticket was resolved right over here. So you can see all the events. So I'm going to scroll down, and as you can see ticket was resolved, and as you can see webhooks, you have to put a check on this checkbox right over here. And after doing this, we are going to click on create notification set. And as soon as we're going to do so, yes, you can see that we have successfully created a notification set. And with this, we have successfully connected our Repair Shopper account with our Pabbly's workflow. But now you can see that it is saying waiting for webhook response, and in the notes it is saying now log into the application where you have added the webhook URL, do the test submission or record so that the data can be recorded in the webhook response. So what we have to do is I'm going to open my Repair Shopper account. I'm going to look for a ticket, and let's suppose that I'm going to resolve that ticket. I'm going to mark it as resolved, and then we are going to look for the response received. So I'm going to open my Repair Shopper account right from here. We have to go on tickets, and as you can see, these are the 2 tickets currently I have in my account. So let's suppose that this is the customer ABC company. So I'm going to resolve this. For that, I'm going to click on this check resolved right over here, and as soon as we are going to click on this resolve button right over here, yes, we have resolved this ticket. So I'm going to refresh this first and check that if the ticket has been resolved or not, and yes, you can see the ticket details disappeared. So this means that the ticket has been resolved. And now what this also means is that Repair Shop has sent the details of the same ticket to our workflow. So I'm going to open my workflow and check for the same details. So I'm going to open my workflow, and yes, you can see response A captured. We have captured the details of the ticket. You can see the subject. We are going to move on forward. You can see the priority. You can see the problem type. I'm going to move on forward. You can see the ticket number. Over here, you can see the name also, which is ABC company. You can see the number 2. You can see the state 2. So yes, with this, we have successfully captured the details. You can see the full name, which is demo user, the email, and another details. And I'm also going to show you the description. You can see that over here is the description too that we have captured. So now with this, we have successfully connected our Repair Shopper account with our Pabbly's workflow, and we have successfully captured a response of a ticket resolved. So now what I want is I want to add these same details in my spreadsheet right over here. For that, I'm going to select my action application as Google Sheets. So I'm going to search for Google Sheets right over here, and as you can see the same, so we are going to select it. And after selecting Google Sheet, it is asking me for the action event. So I'm going to select the action event as add new row, and then we are going to click on connect. And as soon as we're going to do so, it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your Google Sheets account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me. Click on add a new connection, and then we are going to click on sign in with Google. And as soon as we are going to click on sign in with Google, it is going to ask me for my Gmail account. And now after selecting my Gmail account, it is asking me for some permissions. So I'm going to click on allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. So you can also click on allow Pabbly save. And as soon as we are going to click on allow, it is saying authorization successful. So yes, with this, we have successfully connected our Google Sheets account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me to select the spreadsheet. So over here, you can see that this is my spreadsheet, which is resolved tickets log. So I'm going to select the same right over here, which is resolve tickets log. And as soon as we are going to select the spreadsheet, it is going to ask me to select the sheet. But over here, you can see that in my spreadsheet, I have only a single sheet. So it is automatically selecting the same. And now it is asking me for the customer name, priority, ticket number, ticket subject, and description. So you can notice that these are the same details which we have entered right over here in the columns of our spreadsheet. So yes, we are going to fill it one by one. So it is saying customer name. So I'm going to map all of these details. So mapping is a method by Pabbly, which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step, where we selected Repair Shopper as our trigger application. So we're going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we're going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So let's suppose that it is asking me for the customer name, right? So let's suppose that I'm going to enter the customer name right over here manually, which is demo user. Then this will not change with every new response received, because this is a static information and I've entered it manually. But if we are going to map this from the previous response, suppose I'm going to look for the full name, and as you can see the same. So let's suppose that we are going to map this from the previous response, then this will definitely change, because my previous response will also change. So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. It is saying priority. So again, we are going to map the priority to, as you can see, the priority to normal. So we are going to map it. It is saying ticket number. So we are going to map the ticket number 2. I'm going to look for it, and as you can see the number, so we are going to map it. It is saying ticket subject. So I'm going to search for ticket subject, and as you can see virus issue, so we are going to map it. And now it is saying description. So I'm going to look for the description too. As you can see that this is my description, so we are going to map it. But as you can notice that this description is in HTML format, but I want to convert it into a markdown format and then map it and add it in my Google Sheets. So to do this, what I'm going to do is first I'm going to add another action step right over here between my trigger and action. So I'm going to add another action step, and now for my action action application, I'm going to select it as text formatter by Pabbly. So it is a feature by Pabbly which helps you to format the text. And now for the action event, I'm going to select it as HTML to Markdown because I want to convert HTML text into a markdown. For that, I'm going to click on connect right over here, and now it is asking me for the HTML text. So now over here I'm going to map the body, so I'm going to search for it, and as you can see the same, so we are going to map it, and then we are going to click on save and send test request. And as soon as we are going to do so, you can see that this description which we received in HTML format has been converted into a markdown format. So I'm going to show you, yes, you can see the same. So now what we are going to do is we are going to map the result from our text formatter by Pabbly action step right over here. As you can see the result, we are going to map this right over here, and after mapping this, I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as soon as we are going to do so, yes, you can see that we have received a positive response that we have successfully added all of these details in our spreadsheet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my spreadsheet or Google Sheet and check that if the details have been added there or not. And yes, you can see the details have been added right over here. You can see the customer name, demo user, you can see the priority, you can see the ticket number, the ticket subject, and the description too that we entered. So yes, with this we have successfully added the details of the repair shopper ticket resolved into our Google Sheets. And with this, our workflow is successful. But I'll just test this workflow once, and this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my repair shopper again, and as you can see that this is the ticket left. So let's suppose that I'm going to resolve this ticket too and do another test submission and check that if the details of these tickets are right over here in my sheets or not. But first, I'm just going to show you the details of this ticket. You can see the ticket number, you can see the customer name, you can see the subject, you can see the priority too. So I'm going to resolve this ticket right from here. So I'm going to click on this resolve, and yes, you can see that we have successfully resolved this ticket. So I'm going to refresh this, and yes, you can see the ticket disappeared because we resolved it. So yes, with this we have successfully did the test submission, and now what has happened is that repair shop has captured the details of this resolved ticket, further sent the details to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow, and further added the details of this same ticket in our Google Sheets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my sheets and check for the details added, and this time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. I directly open my Google Sheets right from here, and yes, you can see the details added. You can see the customer name, test user, you can see the priority which is high, you can see the same ticket number over here, you can see the same ticket subject and the same description that we entered. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and we have tested this workflow too. And now I'll just summarize this workflow for you once. So for the trigger application, we selected repair shopper. For the trigger event, we selected ticket resolved. For the action application, we selected text formatter by Pabbly and Google Sheets because I wanted that as soon as a new ticket is resolved in my repair shopper, automatically the details of that ticket should be added in my Google Sheets. And I use text formatter right over here because I wanted to convert the HTML format description into the markdown description. And yes, we were successful with our workflow too. Over here you can see the two details I added during this video with the help of my workflow in my spreadsheet. So yes, this automation helps me maintain accurate records, analyze ticket resolutions, and streamline reporting without manual data entry. And yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow. And if you have any questions related to the workflow or the video, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly, you can integrate many more applications. So now, if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.